The IEA in the most recent monthly oil market report mentioned that supply needs to increase at a much faster pace to be able to keep up with the demand increase that's already been witnessed and the expected increase in pace of demand that the IEA is expecting in the summer season. In fact, it's this entire fear of tightness in the oil market that has caused and spurred the recent rally in crude and Brent prices. Brent, of course, moving beyond $72 per barrel before, of course, last night's commodity carnage did, cause some correction in the oil complex as well. But Christophe Barret, the senior oil market analyst with the IEA, says that there are clear indications that, mobility is picking up, especially in the US and Europe, where there has been widespread inoculation and vaccination. And that is something that in turn has led to a massive surge in US gasoline demand. In fact, the stimulus as well will further boost demand. And he says that we are not very far from pre-pandemic crude demand levels, and we should see demand going back to 2019 levels by the last quarter of this year. That's Q4 of 2022. Gasoline demand, he says, is already very close to where it was in 2019. So where are we in terms of supply? Now, the OPEC coalition has committed to increase supply by 2 million barrels per day through July. The non-OPEC supply is saying will come in at about 1 million barrels per day, through July. Right now, he says that supply is enough for summer, but if, this demand will increase going forward as well, then they will need more supply coming in. In fact, he says that between now and next year, demand is seen increasing by 5 million barrels per day. So that's the kind of supply increase as well he wants that the market should come out with, so that oil prices largely stay stable. He says that they're missing 1.5 million barrels to have a completely balanced oil market by the end of the year. Furthermore, on Iran, he says if the sanctions are lifted, then Iran will add 1.4 million barrels per day of oil. So OPEC will either have to make room for that production, or Iran's production and new oil will sort of bridge the gap between supply and demand. On US oil, meantime, which has just been a little more somber in terms of coming back online, he says that US oil has, the drillers have largely been profitable when Brent is at $50 to $60 per barrel. At these current levels, he says that not only can they be profitable, but they can also churn out more cash to make new investments. And finally, he says that if one has to forecast oil prices, one essentially must look at, where and what are the US's plans when it comes to production and pumping oil into the market, because, really they've, for the last few years, attained the position of being kingmaker in the oil markets.